eat basically gives you energy, just like how a car requires fuel. It requires petrol in order to run. In order for the car engine to start, it requires energy. And where does that it get that energy from? It gets that energy from the food, from the fuel. In a similar manner, when we look at the human body or the animal body also, we also require food, and food gives us the energy to do various activities, whether it be walking, whether it be simply talking, whether it be thinking, playing. Every activity requires energy, and that energy we are getting from the food that we are eating right now. Apart from able to do different functions like walking or talking or sleeping or thinking, doing any kind of physical activity, we see that our body at the same time is growing also. Like you guys right now are in your teenage, you would be probably 12 or 13 years of age, I believe, right now. So right now your body is still growing, your height is growing, your muscles are growing, your bones are growing, isn't it, guys? So the energy, the food that we're eating, that energy from the food is utilized in the growth of muscles, growth of bones, right? It is used in the growth of the body also. Apart from that, many times our body cells gets damaged. If we get injured, so thereby the injured part of our body, like a tissue is injured, an organ is injured. Many times we get some wound. So in order to heal those wounds, in order for the repairing also, energy is required. So apart from carrying out different functions like walking or talking, sleeping, dancing, etc., our body requires energy to for requires energy for growth also, and it requires energy for repairing of damaged cells, damaged tissues in the body, right? Furthermore, the food that we eat, it consists of several things, like whatever food you are eating, whatever diet you are having, your diet will consist of various things. Like it will consist of different type of carbohydrates will be found in the food. Yeah. Fat will be found in the food. Oil that we take in the oil um, is basically consisting of fat, right? Different type of fruits, you are eating different type of fruits, and fruits are a rich source of different type of vitamins. Getting it, guys? Then different type of, like for example, you are taking salt now. Salt is present in our food, so salt is a good source of important minerals for our body. So our body requires different things for different functions. For example, have a look at this image over here. See, when you eat sugary substances, sugary foods, chocolates, ice creams, or when you consume rice or potato, all those foods are rich in carbohydrate. They contain carbohydrate in them, and carbohydrates provides you with energy. They provides you with instant energy. Getting it, guys? Not getting it, Jason? Yes, Jason, are you getting it? Maryam? Furthermore, food like egg or meat, these are uh, components of food like protein, which are found in food like meat or egg. They are bodybuilding food, meaning that when they consume foods like meat or egg or different type of beans, so thereby your body will grow. They help in the growth of muscles and bones right now. So then you have fat also, like in food like cheese, butter, fat is found. Fat is also important for your body, because sometimes if you sometimes say that you haven't eaten in a long time, you haven't eaten for a long period of time, say that you are hungry for about, let's say, 10 hours or 15 hours, so then how your body is surviving? Where does the body get energy to perform different functions? Then at that time your body would be taking energy by utilizing the fats. Fat is stored under the skin. Look at this boy. Under our skin, fat cells are found. Fat is stored under your skin. So whenever you are hungry, when you haven't eaten anything in a long while, so thereby at that time your body gets energy by utilizing that stored fat. So it acts as an energy reservoir, meaning that whenever your body is in need of energy, extra energy, thereby it will burn the fats. Then you have different type of vitamins and minerals that boost your immune system, meaning that immune system is the system in your body which fights against the bacteria. It fights against the germs and thereby keeps you healthy. Right now, so for example, when we eat the food, along with the food, is it that there are no bacteria in our food? It can't be possible that there won't be any bacteria in the food. The food that we are eating, it consists of some bacteria also. Getting it now? If you were to look it under a microscope, you will find there are certain bacteria found in the food also. Although it might seem very clean, but there might be few bacteria in it. Getting it, Maryam and Jason? So thereby
Yes.
that might cause harm to the human body. That might be problematic for us now. That can weaken us. So thereby we have the immune system which fights against those invaders, fights against those bacteria. So there are different type of vitamins that will help to strong your make your immune system stronger. These are vitamin A, B, C, and D. That's why doctor or even your parents would be advising you to eat lots of fruits and vegetables right now, because different fruits and vegetables are source of different type of vitamins right now. So thereby you see that different fruits and vegetables are having different type of vitamins. That's why you should be eating different type of fruits and vegetables. Furthermore, our body, the food that we eat, it contains minerals in them also. Minerals also provides you protection against various diseases. Minerals are namely iron, iodine, calcium, zinc. So what we have learned here, that the food that we are eating, it consists of different type of components and each one has got a specific role to play. Like carbohydrate, it provides you energy. Protein helps to build your muscles and bones. Fat, when you are hungry for a long period of time, so at that time fat will be burned and from there your body will be getting energy. Then we learned vitamins and minerals. So vitamins and minerals together, both of them are helping to keep your immune system stronger and provide you protection against different type of diseases. That's why you might see that if you go to a slum area, you might see that children would grow in this manner. Have you seen this? Huh? This is caused due to deficiency of a vitamin. Their bones will not grow properly. Their bones will be bent like this. If the X-ray is done, this is how their bones will look like. Or some people, if they are not getting proper amount of vitamin C, they will suffer through this condition. Right now, that is called as scurvy, by the way. Mm. So vitamins, minerals, we have seen that they are essential for our body. Similarly, if someone is not getting an adequate amount of these nutrients, so thereby they will suffer from certain diseases. So the food that we are eating now, it consists of different type of components, right? And different foods will contain different type of components. Like talking about meat, talking about egg, so they contain maximum amount of protein right now. It's not like other components will not be found in them. When you talk about this egg or meat, we take them as an example of a good source of protein, but it doesn't mean that fat or carbohydrate is not found in it. That is also found in it, but 90% protein is found in meat or egg. In that manner you can understand. So in the chapter we learn about these things. What are components of the food and what do different food items contain, and what do these different components or nutrients do for our body right now. Then what is a balanced diet and what are the deficiency diseases caused. Namely, the picture which you guys saw, where the knees of the boys were when he was going through a deficiency disease, when the body is not getting proper amount of minerals and vitamins. A basic question you guys should think of, like, the food that we are eating, that we are taking in, why is it important and what are the functions performed by it? So it performs the following functions. It provides proper growth to your body. It For performing various body functions, it is required for repairing the damaged or injured body cells. We know that the tiniest unit in your body is cell. If you were to look under organ, and you will find, like, what is the smallest thing in the body? That is cell. You guys have heard of cells before or not? Yes. See, good. You can understand it in a similar manner. When you look at a building, so building is made up of bricks, right? Now all the bricks are joined together to make up a building. Getting it, guys? These are, let us say, bricks. In the similar manner, your body is made up of different cells. All the cells are joined together to make a living organism, right? Also, food is required for manufacturing various parts of the cells. For manufacturing of new cells, also will be required. Getting it? Now every day new cells are being made in your body. Every day new cells are being made in your body. Getting it, guys? Okay. Further, food provides you protection against diseases and infection, and it provides energy to perform various activities like walking, talking, swimming, thinking, etc. That is the function of food. Talking about what is found inside the food. So, namely, these are the 7 components that will be found in the food that you are eating. What are they, Maryam? Read them. Yes, Maryam, read this.
Carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins, minerals, water, roughage or dry, or dietary fiber.
Correct. Right now. So these are the components found in the food, right? And all of them have got specific functions to perform. All of them is important for your body. Like, if your diet is not rich in carbohydrate, so you will feel low on energy. You will not feel energetic. If your diet is having less amount of vitamin or mineral, so thereby your body will become weaker, meaning that your capability to fight against disease will become weaker. Water is also very important. Right now, we know around 70% of our body is made up of water. And there's one more thing called as roughage or dietary fiber, which you specifically get from plants by eating plant-based food. Then this basic question comes, like, what is this nutrient? The components which we learned about, these are also called as nutrients. These components which we learned about moments ago, these components are also called as nutrients. Getting it now? So basically, the question comes that what is nutrients? One should think about this, that what is basically this nutrient? Yes. Basically, the thing is that um, nutrients are the essential components found
Substances
in the
that,
food. Yes, Mariam, continue.
substances that provide nourishment to our body.
Exactly. These are the substances that provides nourishment to your body. So these are kind of chemical substances required by the body to perform the basic functions, right now, and you will get them in an optimal manner, optimal amount, by taking a balanced diet. That's why in your diet you should have some amount of rice, some amount of chapati, some amount of salad. After food, you should take some fruits also, right now. So hope you guys are getting it. So we say that nutrients, these are basically the chemical substances, that your body used to perform different functions, used by our body perform various functions. Okay, now the food that we're eating, the nutrients that are found in the food, it can be classified in the following way. Huh? Components found in the food like carbohydrate or fat, they are said to be energy yielding component of the food, meaning that, as we learned moments ago, this carbohydrate, protein and fat, actually one thing is common about all of them, that see, major source of energy, majorly you will be getting energy by consuming food that are rich in carbohydrate, but it doesn't mean that when you are eating egg or meat, that will not give you energy, that will also give you energy. Eating cheese and butter, that also gives you energy. So the first three type of components like carbohydrates and fats, they will be giving you energy. Talking about the bodybuilding, which components helps you in bodybuilding, then we learned about this protein, right? Now that is like meat or egg, so they are a good source of protein, and they helps in the building up of your muscles and bones, right? Apart from that, it performs one more function. It helps in repairing the damaged tissues also. So repairing of damaged tissues, so there also protein will be helping you. So they are called as bodybuilding foods. Proteins are required for the growth and repair of your body. Then which component of the food are protective in nature? So thereby you have vitamins and minerals. Vitamin and mineral, we learned that they help to strengthen our immune system and thereby also provides us protection against various diseases, right? So that is the thing. Further, you know that your body is around made up of 70% of water. Huh? Our body is made up of 70% of water. Getting it, guys? So up to 70% of a human adult is, their body is basically made up of water. Particularly if I were to talk about organs like brain, you know, organs like brain or organs like our heart. Brain is basically, it is 73% water. Brain is 73% water basically. And talking about the human heart, it is 83% made up of water. Getting it, guys? Or if I were to talk about the skin, our skin consists of 64% of water. So these are the enough proof to say that our body, we can say that it consists of around 70% of water. In general, your body consists of around 70%. Particularly if I were to talk about brain consists of 73% of water. What do I mean? 73%. I mean to say that, let us say that if the brain weighs 1,000 gram, let us say for example, if it weighs 1,000 gram, out of 1,000 gram, 730 gram will be the weight of water in it. Are you guys getting it? What I'm trying to say? Yes, Maryam and Jason.
Yes.
Good. So,
Yes.
so that is the thing. Furthermore, you might have heard of this, like junk food and fast food. Anyone knows like what is the difference between junk food and fast food? Many times we confuse junk food and fast food. Yes, junk food typically refers to the snacks that are high in sugar, that are high in fat, and their nutritional value is very low. So foods like burger, foods like pizza, they are junk food. Then question comes like many times we heard of this fast food also. So fast food is any kind of food that can be cooked in a very short amount of time. Like you have so many packed foods are there. So fast foods are those foods that can be prepared quickly. That comes usually in packets. Like you have different type of noodles, you boil it in water, the food is ready to be consumed. So it's a different thing. Junk fast food can have some nutritional value. Like noodles will have some nutritional value. It might have some nutritional value. While junk food like a burger or pizza, they are high in fat. Fat percentage in them is usually higher. So the nutritional value is less and it is not considered good. So you guys tell me, what are the negative impacts of junk food? Yes. Yes, Mariam, what are the negative impacts of junk food? See, if someone consumes it in a while, like in a month, if someone consumes junk food, like in a month or two, then it won't have much problem. But regular intake, regular consumption of junk food, if you're regularly eating junk food, so thereby it might lead to some long term effect, like it can lead to heart related problems, it can lead to overweight and obesity. The person will become fatter, right? Now the person's blood pressure will become higher, the cholesterol level will rise up. Hope you guys are getting it. Then question comes that, um, how to regulate our body with food intake. Yes, how do you regulate your body with food intake? See, basically, the question here asks that what kind of food you should be eating and how you should be eating the food. What should be the manners while you are eating the food? Like normally, we have the habit that you would be turning off the television while eating food, or many times people would be eating very fast. They will take large bites. No, first thing is that, like you should keep your teeth clean. You should keep your mouth clean. Like you can use a toothbrush, or you can chew gum. You can take gums also, like chewing gums. That also helps sometimes to keep your tooth clean. Also, you know that many times what people would be doing now, they would take a sugarless chewing gum. They chew a sugarless chewing gum, and what that how does that help? While chewing gum, what happens? It is observed that people feel less hungry, and they have uh, less attraction towards junk food. According to some studies, it has been found. You can also try this, okay? Now, then another thing is that how will you regulate your body with proper food intake? By, you should be eating healthy stuff, healthy food. Right now, you should be eating healthy food. And furthermore, while you are eating, you should turn off the television should be turned off. Getting it, guys? And then one should small eat in a small bites, one should eat slow, right, etc. That is the thing. Okay, let us learn about some of the components. Carbohydrate. See, these foods like bread, uh, bread, or milk, or rice, uh, so some fruits and vegetables also, different type of grains, so these foods are a good source of carbohydrate. Milk, different type of grains, fruits and vegetables, and cereals also, they are good source of carbohydrate. Carbohydrate are basically the components that are made up of hydrogen and oxygen. If someone were to ask you what is carbohydrate made up of, they are basically made up of hydrogen and carbon, and they give the energy to our body in order to work and play. And they are one of the important nutrients needed by almost all the living organisms. One good nature about carbohydrate is that they give you quick energy. They give you quick energy, and carbohydrates are namely of three types. They are namely glucose, fructose, and starch. So foods like grape juice or blood sugar, in them glucose will be found. Right, in blood sugar, glucose is usually found. In honey, fructose will be found. In certain fruits, fructose will be found. Then starch is most commonly found in rice, potato, and sweet potatoes. So that is the thing about it. If anyone has any doubts so far, please do let me know. Yes, yes, Mariam and Jason. Any doubts?
No.
What is the meaning of fructose?
Fructose, see, it doesn't have any meaning. It is just a type of carbohydrate. Fructose, glucose, and starch, all three of them are types of carbohydrates. Okay, now that is the thing. Okay, now so that's it for today. We would be ending the class with a question. You guys tell me what are the negative impacts of junk food? What are the negative impacts of junk food? Okay, let us start from you, Maryam. Tell me what are the negative impacts of junk food? Yes. What are the negative impacts of junk food?
Uh,
Next.
Like what health problems will it lead to?
No.
Mhm. Think of it.
Like when we eat every time junk food, it will lead to health disease.
Hmm. It will lead to disease, obviously. Like when someone is eating junk food for a very long period of time, so he will suffer through certain diseases. Like he will suffer from
Junk
some
food
heart
can also lead to obesity
obesity.
and
Very good.
associated diseases.
Good. Very good. Also, it will raise the blood pressure.
Yes. When junk foods are regularly
Hmm.
consumed over long periods of time.
Exactly. Also, it will lead to increase of the cholesterol in the blood right now. So if cholesterol is increasing, thereby it will lead to very so much of complication in the body. So that's why one should avoid eating junk food.
Junk foods can lead to decay.
Tooth decay, very good. Like junk food, like when you eat lots of chocolates. So chocolates are a good source of sugar right now.
And
And when you
poor habits.
correct. In tooth decay, what will happen if some food particle gets stuck in your tooth and bacteria will start to grow on that, and bacteria will be releasing acids, and those acids will damage your teeth. So tooth decay is also one of the problem. Then obesity, right now obesity will also happen. Like look at this boy suffering from obesity, getting it. So that is the thing. Okay, so that's it for today. If you guys have any other doubts, please do let me know, or we'll be probably meeting in the next class then.